Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. If you're new here, hi, welcome. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. I am sorry. Okay, so today we're gonna do our June wrap-up. I am so sorry that I am behind in filming this and posting it. I left out of town on the 28th of June and I did not get back to the 5th of July. This is the first time that I am like alone without any noise because I have to run errands on my own. Like I can't have my kids with me today. So I decided that now would be a good time to film this video for you guys. I am surprised at myself. I read a total of 6 books. I don't remember the last time I was able to do that. And I'm so sorry for the lighting, but it is actually, okay, my car says that it is 93 degrees outside. It is super overcast. So there is no sun, but of course there's humidity. So I'm sorry for the lighting. It's just, yeah, it's Miami weather. So anyways, I read a total of 6 books, and like I said, I don't remember the last time that I did that, but I was shocked. I thought it was 5, but it was actually 6. So in the order that I read them, the first one that I read was Protecting What's Mine by Lucy Score. This is part of the Benevolent series, and it's book number 3. This one follows Fire Chief Lincoln Reed, which we met in the first book. He is kind of like a frenemy of the main character, the main boy. I think his name was Luke, from the first book, Pretend You're Mine. And then this one deals with flight trauma surgeon Mackenzie O'Neill. We meet her more in book 2 than in book 1, because if you've read book 2, book 2 and book 1 kind of are the same thing. It's just different timelines and different couples. So Luke's best friend Aldo, they both went to war in Iraq or Afghanistan, one of the two. Aldo ends up getting hurt, and Mac, is the doctor that took care of Aldo while he was over there before he got home. But she didn't want, like, she no longer wanted the army life. You know, she wanted something a bit quieter, so she ends up here. I have to say, this book now, I know why the covers are different, because the other ones were like yellow and pink. This one is pink with blue, because it is completely different couple, completely different story. The other ones were intertwined. I loved this book. I believe, though, I gave it a 4-star, because there were some things about it that I didn't like, so I believe I gave it a 4-star. But it was literally not until 50% of the book that they did anything, and I loved it. It was just a breath of fresh air, and it actually reminded me of my cousin, because my cousin is an RN at an emergency department at a hospital in her city. She lives close to me. She just lives like a little bit up north, and her boyfriend is actually a firefighter for the same city. So it reminded me of them, because sometimes they had to work together. Like, he would be called to the scene of an accident and she would be there to fly the person to the local hospital. And I finished this about a month ago. I think my Goodreads said I finished this on the 9th of June. But it was really good. It was so cute. It had me laughing and everything. There's a little mystery to it, because she has like some mom trauma, and it kind of comes through in the story. Some parts of it were predictable, others weren't. I kind of wish the epilogue was a little different, because it gave their ever after, but I don't know. I guess I was expecting something different. That's all. I just was expecting something different. Other than that, was my favorite book out of the series. I will tell you that, because like I said, book 2 was just like a repeat of book 1 within the same timeline. It was just Gloria and Aldo, and the book 1 was Luke. I think his name was Luke, and her name began with an H, Harley, or I think, or something like that. I think. I don't remember, but it was something like that, because I read those books back in like April or May. So all in all, 4 stars. Lucy does not disappoint. She is quickly becoming one of my favorite auto-buy authors. This next book, I would listen to it while I was on like the walks that I take with my family. It was horrible to get into, so I'm like, you know what, I have to sit down and I have to actually like read the book, which is what I did. It is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Let's just take a minute to appreciate the cover. There we go. Because it is a gorgeous cover. It's supposedly like a Chinese legend. The author is Chinese. She is Su Lin Tan, or she's at least of Chinese descent. And it's like the moon goddess had a daughter, but no one knows about this daughter. So then, like, somebody invades, like, the Moon Kingdom, and she kind of, like, sends the daughter away so that nobody finds out about the daughter, not they would kill her. So it's kind of like the daughter's journey to get back to the moon and to save her mom, because she realizes that her mom is, like, a prisoner on the moon. So it's just, like, the different challenges that she has to go through to get to where she wants so that she can save her mom. Throughout the story, she finds out who her dad is. She meets friends. She falls in love. And, okay, so she's got like two love interests. She's got the prince that he does end up liking her back, but then it turns out that he's betrothed to someone else. So then she ends up, you know, moving on from that, respecting that arranged marriage, moving on to someone else. And I don't want to say anymore because I really don't want to give away a spoiler, but I guess because I was out of it at times because it was an audiobook. There were just some parts that I knew that I was reading and I really didn't want to go back to reread what I had just read. But I gave it a 3-star. I would reread it to see if maybe my opinion changes from here down the line to the next time that I reread it. There is a part 2. I think it's called something with the Sun Warrior. I did not feel that this book did need a part 2, but it is what it is. The cover is just as stunning. I'll put it up here for you guys. But the cover is just as stunning as this one. And then there's like a book of like novellas, but I'm not sure I'll get that. But whatever. It's a short stories. But it wasn't a bad story. Some parts were predictable. Some parts were action-packed and I'm like, no, I have to keep reading. Other parts of it were boring. Like I said, I think I kind of like dozed in and out with the fact that I was listening to it at times. So I don't think I could do that with a fantasy, because I did that with the next series of books that I read, and you'll see that in a vlog that's up already, and it was different. So I just think that maybe fantasy, because maybe of the names, because they are Chinese names, maybe I don't know what it was. I gave it a 3-star. I would give it a second chance because I know that it was a me thing. I started listening to it because like what I wanted to listen to or to read at the time was not available on Libby. So I started, oh my god, that car was behind me. I thought it was gonna hit me. I was looking at my rearview mirror. I'm like, oh my god, that car is gonna hit me. But no, it didn't. So sorry. So I would reread this, but like I said, I really wasn't in the mood, and I don't like DNFing a book. I have to finish it, because if not, it weighs on the back of my mind. And by the time I picked up the physical copy of this, I was like 25%, and I'm like, no, I have to finish it. If not, I'll have to start again. And I didn't want to do that. So this was book 2 of the month that I read. The next 3 books I read literally within a span of a week. So it's the Summer I Turned Pretty series. So book 1, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Book 2, It's Not Summer Without You. And then book 3, We'll Always Have Summer. The series as a whole, I'm going to give it a 4-star because it was entertaining. If you want my in-depth thoughts of that, I'm going to link the video here and I'll put it down in the description as well. It is a YA series. They are much younger than I am. I do like how the books progress from like, I think the first summer she was like 15 or 16, and then it went on to her college years, to her freshman year of college. And I do like the way that the book series ended, because you do get like an epilogue where they are like all 3 kids. So Conrad, Jeremiah, and Belly, they're all adults. So I do like how it concluded. So all in all, I think I gave this one maybe like a 3-star. Then this one I think was a 4-star, and then maybe this one was like a 4-star too. I don't remember, and as always, I don't have my book journal with me. But the series, all in all, was a pretty good series. I liked it, but I'm not gonna go too in-depth into it. So if you want my opinion, just go ahead and watch my reading vlog of that. But I do recommend the series, and I do have a daughter, so I am gonna keep it for her for when she gets older. I haven't seen the series. If anything, I have to go back to work on the 5th of August. So if anything, I'll just like rewatch it while I'm setting up my classroom, or at least listen to it while I'm setting up my classroom. So that is so far a total of 5 books. This last book, so I started reading this and then I finished it while I was on vacation. I didn't take the physical copy with me. I just took my Kindle. And while I was on vacation, I did not get to read as much as I thought I would, but that's okay. I did finish it the 30th of June at like 11 o'clock at night, so technically it still counts. And that was a goal that I had because of the title. And the book is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. At the beginning, I liked this book. I gave it a 4-star because at the beginning it was just too confusing. I had no idea who was talking. I had to go back to reference who was talking to who. This book does have some trigger warnings, so please check those out. but I did like it. So you have Eva, who's like an erotica writer, but she writes like a fantasy erotica series. So she writes about vampires and witches and things like that. And then you have Shane, who was like the love of her life from high school. She has a daughter, and I loved the role that the daughter played. The daughter's like 12 or 13 years old. She's like a tween. And it was so cute. Just like the relationship that she has with her daughter, and like the fact that her daughter's like so bright and picks up on things that you wouldn't think a 12-year-old would pick up on. The daughter did. I did like the series, like the way the book ended. I liked how it progressed. One of the questions that I had was, because they're both writers. One of the questions that I had was, did they know that they were writing to each other and about each other? The answer is yes. They knew automatically as they would read each other's stories and books that they were writing about each other because of the subtle clues. Maybe things that the characters would say, or the description of the characters, or things that the characters in the books did, sometimes even up to the names of the characters. They knew that they were writing about each other. So they end up meeting again after like 15 years. What I liked about the book is that they both came from very harsh backgrounds. When they were younger, they were both into like self-harm and drugs, and they were able to overcome that for the better. And that to me was great, because I do feel that a lot of people need inspiration, or like not inspiration, but like an example to say, wow, you know, I can get out of this, I can get help, and I can do better for me or for my family or whatever. But yeah, I ended up liking it. Shane has a thing where like he's a teacher, but he doesn't stay in one city for too long. So like, for example, let's say he'll go to Vegas and he'll teach a seminar or one class at a school, and then he'll go to another school come the next semester. But along the way, he makes like friends with past students that he feels that he can really help. So we got a glimpse into that with Ty. Somebody's calling me, hold on. Sorry, that was my daughter that called me to see where it was. So all in all, Shane, we get a glimpse into, like I was saying, Shane has a relationship with a student named Ty. He's 13. That caught me off guard. I thought he was a little bit older, but he's 13. That part, now I'm not going to say, but just Ty made me cry. I think he was the only part of the book that made me cry, because I literally just sat there. I didn't close the Kindle, but I had to put it down and I had to breathe and calm myself. But that's the only thing that really made me cry. It was Ty. So all in all, there you have it, the 6 books that I read for the month of June. I started reading on the 1st of July, obviously up there on my vacation. And the book is now, I know it's the 9th, but the book is starting to like pick up a little bit more, and I'm almost done with it. Thank God, because that's so far the only book that I've read this month. But we're not even in the middle of July, so I still have hope for me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my videos. Let me know if you have read any of the books and what you thought of them down below in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.